Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Some Dumb American, and with me, as always, is Scribe. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
And Ranty Monkey is here, too. Say hi, Monkey.
Hello.
Okay. News?
Yeah, sure. That's
Did
sudden.
anything go on in the world today?
No, absolutely nothing. Nothing happened.
I
This
keep
is
waiting for the day that that's the
Okay,
truth.
to YouTube.
This is the day the Earth stood still.
Right.
So Gort
Oh,
is
God.
here. Klaatu, Barata, Nikto. Okay. So we have the latest in the Russia investigation. I'll just go over briefly because God knows they're going to repeat 17 things we already know. And what do you want to bet we hear at least election meddling or some or election interference as a phrase
Election
in here somewhere.
interference for the win.
Okay. The FBI's criminal probe of Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election is increasingly touching on the multiple roles of senior White House advisor Jared Kushner on both the Trump campaign and the Trump transition team. Points of focus that pertain to Kushner include the Trump campaign's 2016 data analytics operations, his relationship with former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, and Kushner's own contacts with Russians, according to U.S. officials briefed on the probe. There's no indication Kushner is currently a target of the probe, and there are no allegations he committed any wrongdoing. But we're going to write an entire CNN story suggesting such, because
Of course.
that's what we do. It's not clear if the FBI plans to talk to Kushner, but investigators, and fuck this isn't even a story. No, this is just, this is gossip.
Wait. So, so there's not even plans at the moment for him to be talked to.
No, there's no clear plans the FBI is going to talk to him. There's no indication he's currently a target of the probe, and there's no allegations he committed any wrongdoing. But we're going to write a 3-page story. This CNN has turned into TMZ. They are BuzzFeed now. They will take just the notion of something and turn it into a story that they can, and this is the headline. This is the current headline on CNN.com.
Oh, man.
So, okay.
It's fucking retarded.
To hell with it. I'm not even going to bother reading any more about it. Okay. The next piece of news that actually looks like news, because it's very interesting. The FBI declines to provide requested materials to House oversight. Chaffetz issues new June 8th deadline. The Department of Justice declined for now to provide documents to House Oversight Committee Chairman Jason Chaffetz related to former FBI Director James Comey's communications with President Donald Trump.
Wait,
so
can they do that?
I don't know, but it's curious that Comey was more than happy to release the copy or content of one of his own notes to the public, but now his actual memos and such are now secret or something.
See, this is another one when I've heard them do this before. You know, we're not going to give that to Congress. That's Congress's job. That's like telling your boss, no, I'm not going to do that.
So let's see. Citing the hiring of special counsel Robert Mueller, the FBI said Thursday the agency is, quote, undertaking appropriate consultation to ensure all relevant interests implicated by your request are properly evaluated. We will update this response as soon as possible. The fuck does that mean? All relevant interests implicated by your request are properly evaluated. So you're going to have to basically like what, vet and redact stuff? I don't know.
That's part of the problem with our politics. Sorry, guys, you work for a government agency. Congress has oversight. If they ask for something, they should get it, period.
Mm-hmm. Chaffetz responded to the FBI Thursday saying his committee has a, quote, constitutionally based prerogative to conduct investigations and does not want to interfere with the special counsel's probe. Instead, Chaffetz says his committee work will complement the work of the special counsel and shed light on matters of high public interest. That's basically the story.
Oh, see, another problem with the special counsel. Because now they're going to start pulling this shit. Oh, we can't share that. You know, somebody's looking into it. No. Oversight is still oversight. Turn the shit over.
Anything to say, SDA?
What Monkey said, I guess. The whole Russia thing is wearing the whole Russia thing is wearing me out. Like, essentially, I'm at the point where it's like, if you actually find something, let me know.
Right.
Until then, shut the hell up. Quit being
Okay.
stupid about it.
So away from non-news to almost news. I say this is almost news because they really make a much more big deal out of this than it is up until the point at which we get to the end of the road. Appeals court upholds block on Trump's travel ban. Administration to appeal to Supreme Court. So the story's not over, but this is just the next phase in things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with where it was filed, that's not. Let's be honest. We have appeals courts that are highly partisan, and where they filed this complaint in the first place, it was going to the appeals court there. And yeah, the Supreme Court will have to listen to it. And to be honest with you, I think the Supreme Court's going to side against the administration.
Side against it?
Against them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the most recent law that was passed says you can't ban it on country of origin. Now, people point back to an even further law where it gives the president the authority to make such decisions, but the new law supersedes that, and he can still make those decisions as long as it's still within that law. So that's where I think that one's going to come down.
That'll be interesting.
So it's going to go to the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, this story is basically saying the appeals court upheld the decision, and it'll be appealed to the highest court in the land, and so this is just not the end of the story, the end kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably go through once it's in the Supreme Court.
Probably not. I would be surprised if the Supreme Court even hears it at this point.
Well, yeah.
It's going to depend on the wording of the decision from the appellate court.
Yeah.
But if the Supreme Court largely disagrees with it, there's no reason they wouldn't just defer. What's that? Thank you, Corbin. The Russian
Corbin Dallas?
Corbin Thomas.
The Russia-Trump BS is reminding me of the Benghazi controversy.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It is a bit of a snipe hunt at this point, it seems.
Yeah, I agree with you in that it's pretty much their story after story after story of them being like, Trump and Russia, nothing's different. But there's a story because reasons.
Okay. Yeah, not even worth reading that story because it's just like the headline says it all and there's nothing more to be said about it.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be an easy news day. Let's see. So latest on Manchester. Manchester bomber probably had ISIS training, U.S. official says. I had thought I'd gotten a story about the whole leaks thing, but maybe that's buried in here somewhere. Manchester suicide bomber Salman Abedi likely received some ISIS training by traveling to Syria in the months before the attack. The trip to Syria that his father took him on because he was getting in trouble in England.
Yes.
So he needed to go somewhere that was, less trouble inducing, like going to Syria.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. The U.S. believes ISIS, through that training, set the stage for the 22-year-old to carry out his deadly attack at the Manchester Arena on Monday night. Other members of Abedi's family are believed to have been radicalized as well, the official said. The development comes as police raids continued. Quote, specially trained firearms officers were assigned... What? Okay, CNN.
What's up?
I'm going to read it as they printed
it. Okay.
Welcome to the segment called Read It As They Printed It.
Yes.
Yeah, this keeps happening where you're like, all right, I'll just, fine.
Brought to you by the frustration of my English major. Okay. The development comes as police raids continued, quotation mark, specially trained firearms officers were assigned patrol duty on trains for the first time, and Britain temporarily halted intelligence sharing on the U.S. on the attack with the U.S. after American officials leaked information to the media, period.
What?
You want me to read that all again?
No, but I mean, I understand what all those punctuation marks mean separately, but not in that order.
Yeah, these are like 3 different points smashed together into one sentence.
It's not even a run-on sentence. It's just a bunch of fragments put together, then a period at the end. That's confusing.
Yeah,
Does CNN have an editor position open or something?
Well, no, I don't think they have an editor. Okay. Late Thursday, however, the National Police Chiefs Council said in a statement that it had resumed intelligence sharing. Okay. The council's assistant commissioner, Mark Rowley, said, quote, fresh assurances ensure that, quote, we are now working closely with our key partners around the world, including all of those in the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance. The US, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand share intelligence in one of the world's tightest multilateral arrangements.
Thank you, Zenith. No wonder CNN is so critical of Trump's trade policy. Their editorial staff is outsourced. Thank you
Excellent.
for that, Zenith.
Excellent. Thank you, Zenith.
I got a big laugh out of Scribe.
Let's see. Okay. Prime Minister Theresa May said she would raise the leaks with Trump when the pair met at a NATO summit in Brussels, Belgium. I should back up because they're not saying it here. So what had happened was there was a whole bunch of photos of the remnants of the bomb and the backpack, many of which, and the shrapnel, many of which showed the components or there was like one with a circuit board and something to set up the bomb. And all these photos were not meant to be released to the public, but somehow they got leaked from the American side of things, were published by newspapers and such, and consequently could tend to give anyone involved in this a heads up on what to look for as far as getting rid of evidence or otherwise that the authorities now have in their possession that wasn't actually destroyed in the bomb, which is a no-no.
Did you read the New York Times article?
I did not know.
I'm wondering how they know it came from U.S. sources.
Well, because the U.S. are meanie bobinis?
I mean, it's possible, but unless they said, from administration sources or from U.S. sources.
Well, where did New York Times say they got their photos from?
Well, that's why I was asking if you read the article.
Oh, no, I didn't. I don't know.
Now you're going to make me read the damn article.
Oh, I'll make you read. Okay.
I'll look ahead.
Anyway, that's basically the story. So it's just that, yeah. So
they released photos that they shouldn't have released.
Well, yes, photos that were supposedly privy to the U.S. intelligence officials got released or leaked to media sources when they should have been kept under wraps until the investigation had furthered itself. Because I guess they're still searching for suspects or people related to the thing, and by letting out pictures of the physical evidence the authorities possess, that might, give a bad guy an advantage in trying to cover up the crime, or God knows what else.
Right. Okay.
There's not much left to that story after that, and of course, Monkey's going to give us a supplementary story after he's done reading the thing.
I'm not finding it. I have to look it up. God.
Research.
God,
I know
it's
awful. It's awful
this
that
is Scribe's job. Darn it.
Oh, this is my job?
I don't know. You just kind of do it, and you're good at it.
Oh, okay. Well, now Monkey gets the taste of his own medicine on this one. Let's see. So we're already kind of in. Oh, sorry, what?
So I was going to say, do you have the story about our president pushing his way to the head of the NATO line?
I saw the video of that, and it's hilarious because it looks like something that was staged. The way Donald Trump moves and the way he's got the look on his face. It looks like it was something. So there was a group of the NATO leaders getting ready to, I believe, sign something or whatever. And there's this video of Trump literally pushing one of the leaders aside so he can take center stage. It's hilarious. It's not at all appropriate. It's the stupidest thing you'd want to do as a world leader, let alone the president of the United States. But it looks like something from a skit. It looks really bad. It looks like something from a skit. I didn't believe for a moment that it was actually something real. I thought it was one of those things where someone did a face replace or something. But no, it's Donald Trump just being an absolute self-centered blowhard. Yeah, I'm American. Get out of the way. Who did he push? Way. Who did he push? I forget now.
I don't know. Some milquetoast looking motherfucker.
Yeah. Milquetoast looking motherfucker. Wow.
Well, he looks like the kind of kid or the kind of guy that got stuffed in lockers or got swirlies as a.
Okay, well, let me read the story so we can get all the details. ABC, you're going to play a video in my ears, aren't you? Even though I don't want you to.
Real quick, I'm reading the New York Times thing. It doesn't say where they got the information.
Okay. Okay, so awkward moment when Trump pushes a prime minister at NATO conference. And there's a video attached. You can find it everywhere now. But anyway, so the details go, talk about power politics. President Donald Trump isn't afraid to mix it up in the boardroom, and today in Brussels, he showed he could throw around some proverbial elbows. That wasn't proverbial elbows. He literally pushed the guy aside. One of the more surprising moments caught on camera today at the NATO summit in Belgium came when Trump pushed aside Prime Minister Duško Markovic of Montenegro to get to the front of the group of leaders.
His name is Disco?
Duško, D-U-S-K-O. Duško or Duško? I don't know.
That wasn't as much fun as I was hoping it would be.
Yeah, Duško. Markovic appeared to smile and turned toward Trump as if for a conversation, but none ensued. The moment may have been fleeting, but the internet seemed to enjoy it today. Quote, I have not seen the video, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer said.
Sure you haven't, Sean Spicer.
You're the press secretary, and you haven't seen a video that's gone around the world regarding your boss. Okay, I believe you.
Somebody throw Sean Spicer off a building, please.
Oh my God, throw him into the sun. Okay, now we're
Please note that this stream does not advocate killing Sean Spicer. Everything that we say is in jest. We don't want Sean Spicer dead. All right, continue.
Yeah, I don't want Sean Spicer actually thrown into the sun, so please don't throw him into the sun. If anyone was planning on doing that, don't.
Yeah.
We had a donation there from Beneficus. I don't know how to say that.
Why didn't that show up for me?
Beneficus Ignis. Welcome back, SDA. We all missed you. I made sure to pay you in full to advocate for hashtag equal pay. Donated to all three of you now. Thank you for the streams. Well, thank you, Beneficus.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for the donation. Speaking of donations, if you donate to SDA this evening, there's a $sign on the lower left of your chat box. Well, it's her box, so click on her box there.
Whoa. Don't click on her box. Click on the $sign. That's not appropriate, monkey.
The $sign in her box. All women have
Whoa! Her box is a piggy bank?
Well, they all are. That's how they get
Subscribe,
their
you
money.
should know that.
That's where the slots where the quarters go?
Yep, something like that. If you're only giving her the tip.
Feed her box dollar bills, everyone.
Like a Filipino hooker.
Yay! So I have three potpourri stories because we have a lot of stories given to us by the viewers today, so I didn't want to take up too much time with fluff for not getting to the stuff that people have posted otherwise.
Hit us with it. What do we
got?
What do we got?
For potpourri, we have anti-Islamophobia.
Okay.
We have $6 billion in student aid.
Uh-huh.
And we have U.S. immigration restaurant.
First one.
First one.
Hi, Lady Monkey.
Uh-oh. There's a lot of lady monkey going on in the background.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mute myself when I was talking to her.
We can tell. All
Mhm.
right. So whatever the first
Thank you,
one
Courtney.
was.
Click on her box. I see what you did there. Oh, cute.
Hi, SBA. Hi, Scribe. Hi, chat.
Hi,
What's
Lady
in the
Monkey.
box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
No, it's Gwyneth
Oh, that just
Paltrow's
made it
head.
nasty.
I don't care. Okay.
There's a head in the box. Oh my God.
It's a dick in the box. Okay. On to the story. This is a brief one, thankfully. San Diego schools sued over anti-Islamophobia campaign. 6 parents have sued the San Diego school district, alleging that its anti-Islamophobia campaign favors Islam over other religions and grants special protections to Muslim students. Their attorney, Charles Limandry, said at a news conference Thursday that the campaign is a, quote, politically correct solution to a problem that does not exist, unquote. District officials declined to comment on the federal lawsuit, which asks a judge to immediately halt the effort. They have vigorously defended the campaign. What?
Nothing. That was Lady Monkey talking. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
They have vigorously defended the campaign, saying,
Sorry.
what the... Jesus fucking Christ.
The women are fucking with you, dude.
I wish they were. This isn't fucking with me. This is just pissing me off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you sound real sorry. Jeez
Yeah, she
Louise.
doesn't
Let me
sound
just
sorry,
finish.
though.
I got a paragraph left. Then you can talk, okay? Good God.
Okay.
Once again, they have vigorously defended the campaign, saying bullying of Muslim students is pervasive and vastly underreported. The plan calls for ensuring that staff calendars include Muslim holidays, reviewing library materials, and engaging in partnerships with the Council on American Islamic Relations. It proposes creation of safe spaces for Muslim students and staff training about Muslim culture.
This goes
Can I
back to
talk
what Trey
now?
Parker and Matt Stone say. Either everything's okay or nothing is, because as soon as you say something is off limits, then you're putting it above everything else. This is absolutely this. They should be sued over this stupid shit. They are putting Islam above everything else. So yeah, I'm with them on that. Just saying.
Am I allowed to talk?
Sure.
You're
Are
not
you
the one
going
that
to?
put me in timeout.
I am being quiet because it's your turn to talk.
Okay. Yeah, I think they should be sued because it's stupid.
Oh, we waited. We waited for that. Okay.
Well,
I just love the dynamic between you two. That's what I'm laughing at.
Sure it is.
It is. That's some funny shit.
We are a comedy duo.
Oh,
well, because, I mean, if they did this with like atheist students or something else, or like Jews or Christians even, the groups that would defend Muslims would be so pissed off about special protections for other groups of people.
Sure.
So just treat everybody the same. That's how you get people to treat everybody the same.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did I say God? I meant Allah.
thank you, Sanguine. Scribe, reap your vengeance. Read the blackest Star Wars character.
No,
God, I really should have that bookmarked.
beat me instead.
Beat you instead. Oh,
Yeah.
no. You see, if you ask for it, that's not a punishment.
Damn it. Okay, don't beat me.
The reverse psychology thing, we already did that once today, and you lost. So, okay, we have 2 stories left on potpourri. Then we'll move on to viewer stuff. So we have $6 billion student aid, and we have U.S. immigration restaurant.
Student aid.
Okay, I found this interesting. $6 billion. That's billion with a B. In improper student aid payments found at Education Department. $6 billion. Members of Congress criticized the Education Department on Thursday over $6 billion in improper payments made as part of federal student aid programs. Kathleen Teague, Inspector General at the Education Department, told a House hearing that the department made $2.21 billion in improper payments as part of its Pell Grants program in 2016 and $3.86 billion as part of the Direct Loans program. Overall, the department last year awarded nearly $125 billion in financial aid to nearly 12 million students. Improper payments are disbursements that should not have been made. What? Improper payments are disbursements that should not have been made, comma, went to the wrong recipient, comma, okay, were for an incorrect amount or were not documented properly. Okay, just read really awkwardly. Not all improper payments result in liability for the federal government. I'll imagine that. Jay Hurt, Chief Financial Officer for the department's Federal Student Aid Office, told a House subcommittee that the department will seek to correct the problem, but he added that a 0% rate of improper payments is not feasible because fraud occurs in most organizations. Hurt cited a recent study which found that organizations typically lose 5% of revenue to fraud. Yeah, that's true, but you're the government and it's taxpayer money. $6 billion of taxpayer money.
I'm sorry. USP in the chat said Aloha snack bar, and it's funny. Sorry.
Back to the story though. This is why anytime I hear, people bitching that we spend so much on military and don't put it into government or education, and there is so much money that could be better spent already, that once we lock all that shit down, then we can start talking about where we're spending money. There's money there. It's being misused. Fix that, and then you can start asking for more.
Yeah, I
Please.
mean, not only that, the way that we spend a lot of money when it comes to contracts and stuff like that is ridiculous as well. I mean, there are so many ways that you could cut costs that we just don't.
$6 billion is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
I mean, in the grand scheme of the national budget or whatever, it's not that big a deal. But still, $6 billion.
But
that's
a localized thing though, right?
It's another thing that bothers me about, I mean, our national budget right now is around $4 trillion. When we can say, 6 trillion isn't that, or 6 billion isn't that much in the grand scheme of our budget. Jesus fucking Christ. Maybe it's time to, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So our last story, which I called U.S. Immigration Restaurant, it's actually funnier than that in a way. U.S. immigration agents eat, then arrest 3 at Michigan restaurant. Ann Arbor, Michigan. The owner of a Michigan restaurant says U.S. immigration agents who were conducting enforcement at the business ate breakfast before arresting 3 workers. The Ann Arbor News report the men arrested Wednesday at Sava's restaurant remain in custody. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials say agents were doing, quote, a targeted enforcement action at the Ann Arbor restaurant. ICE officials say 2 of the men entered the country illegally and another overstayed his visa. Authorities say the men tried to leave the restaurant before being arrested. Restaurant owner Sava Lelkaj said several agents ate breakfast at the restaurant before entering the kitchen area. She says her company vets employees to determine their eligibility and that she had believed they were in the country legally. Well, you were wrong.
Sure she did.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's funny though. Like that's just
It's like,
how like Trump was having lunch or dinner or whatever with the Chinaman while he was blowing up Syria.
Jesus Christ. You mean the president of China?
That's what she means, yes.
The
Chinaman.
Jesus.
It's not anyway.
Sometimes you sound more antiquated than Monkey and I, and that's saying something.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, I don't even say Chinaman. What the fuck?
To me, this is a lot like, an undercover cop getting a blowjob before arresting the hooker.
Yay!
Yeah, it's just some like Godfather level shit, and it's funny.
It is, yeah. I have no sympathy for them getting arrested for their.
I just think it's funny that they were like, well, we have to arrest them, but before we arrest them, might as well use their labor. Why not?
I really hope that they were on the fence about whether or not to arrest them, and the food was so bad they decided to do it.
Thank you, Queen. Clearly, this is how ICE staffs its mess hall.
Oh,
well played.
Yeah, they're looking at their list of assignments for there, like, hey, here's a restaurant. You're willing to go? Well, if the food sucks, let's take them.
Timothy, thank you, Timothy Sealbeck. I like SDA's description better. Thank you.
Oh.
He didn't mean that.
He did. He gave me money to say it.
Well,
that's how you know he didn't mean it.
Aren't you a performing monkey?
Just kidding.
Okay, so now we are into viewer-submitted stuff. I will start with this one that was sent to me directly from Fernanda. This is from the Huffington Post, our friends at the Huffington Post.
HuffPo.
Girl accuses teacher of war crimes in hilarious year-end review.
What?
The 11-year-old... Hold on. This is great. The 11-year-old cited the 1949 Geneva Conventions in her answer to things my teachers can do better.
Wow.
Okay, here we go.
How bad was that class?
I don't know. We're about to find out. Can you let me read the article, please?
No.
Yeah, damn it, SDA. Shut up.
Like.
Yeah, SDA. What the hell? God, I wish you'd go. I wish you'd go away again. It would just be a monkey.
You can't push me around.
Yeah, I can push you around all I want. You can't fight back.
Read the damn story.
Ava Morrison Bell is an 11-year-old from the UK with a whole lot of moxie. Morrison Bell was asked to fill out a form for school with questions for students about their teachers. One asked how teachers can do better. The conscientious Bell suggested that they, quote, not use collective punishment, unquote, as it is not fair for the people who, quote, did nothing, as per a tweet of the response by her father, Mason Cross. Okay. She goes even further to cite the 1949 Geneva Conventions as evidence that this behavior is a war crime. I'll read the actual quote. So it says, "Things my teachers can do better. Not use collective punishment, as it is not fair to the many people who did nothing, and under the 1949 Geneva Conventions, it is a war crime."
Thank you, Timothy. He said he means it, monkey. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
take your word for it.
See?
It's not a war crime if it's
Yeah,
just your teacher.
I don't understand. Yeah, I think it's just something weird that a child would put onto a answer, but it actually doesn't pertain to anything logical. So,
And I'm actually with her on the collective punishment because I hate that shit.
yes. Mm-hmm.
But war crime. Come on, kid. Come on.
Okay.
That's a feminist in the making right there.
On to the hashtag. Our first story up is from the Jack Cochran. This comes from the East. Oh, yeah,
real
sorry.
quick, guys, if you want to send us stories that we might get around to, hit us up at hashtag MSS News on Twitter. There you go.
Okay. This is an update to a story we kind of talked about a week or two ago, and it got some press and some of the other YouTubers. Bay Area college professor used U-shaped bike lock in beating, police say. Alleged, yeah, it's bike lock guy. Alleged Antifa bike lock attacker Eric Clanton held in Berkeley jail. A former Diablo Valley College professor was arrested Wednesday in connection with the use of a bike lock in the beating of 3 people during a rally for President Donald Trump last month, police said Thursday. Eric Clanton remained in custody in lieu of $200,000 bail at Berkeley Jail on Thursday and is scheduled to be arraigned at 9 a.m. Friday at Oakland's Wiley W. Manuel Courthouse. He was arrested on 3 counts of suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon that isn't a firearm and assault causing great bodily injury. Yeah, like the guy that walked away with bleeding from his scalp because his head got cracked open.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, this is the guy that Kevin Logan and Christy Winters were all mad that Sargon doxed. Hey, look, it's actually him, jackasses. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no, wasn't it 4chan that like did weaponized autism and just found the guy in the crowd and everything?
Yeah, and
like
Sargon
facial
made a
recognition
video on it, and Christy Winters and Kevin Logan both made videos. Well, Kevin made it, and Christy tweeted it or mirrored it, bitching that he had doxed someone and it wasn't fair.
Identifying a criminal who was caught on camera committing assault? What a horrible thing to do.
Which, again, this is something that I addressed in one of my videos to Riley. It was my most recent video to Riley. Once somebody has been arrested for a crime and all that, it's a matter of public record who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No.
So,
and the fact the guy appeared in public within eye shot of cameras without his mask in several instances, and that's how they were able to figure out who it was. In a statement Thursday, police acknowledged that video of the incident captured by onlookers and posted on social media helped them identify Clanton as the suspect behind, quote, several violent assaults that happened April 15th during the demonstration at Civic Parks on Martin Luther King Way Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. Way. Holy cow. Get aphasia or something? All right. Police confirmed Clanton can be seen in videos hitting people in the head with a U-shaped bicycle lock. 3 people received significant injuries because of the beatings, police said. Interesting. Homicide detectives handled the investigation because of the seriousness of the assaults. Mm-hmm. Investigators served warrants Wednesday at unspecified addresses in San Leandro and Oakland, the latter of which is where authorities took Clanton into custody. He surrendered without incident.
Hitting somebody in the head with anything is potentially lethal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's it for that story.
I'm glad they took it seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The next story we have comes from Dave Mintchef, and this is from Breitbart. Feminists sue university for failing to protect them from mean internet comments. Okay. A feminist student group at the University of Mary Washington has filed a Title IX lawsuit against the institution for failing to protect them from mean comments on the internet. Feminists United, a student group at the University of Mary Washington, has claimed in a recently filed lawsuit that the administration failed to protect them from posts made on the anonymous social media app Yik Yak. The suit alleges that the university, I'll say it again, the university failed to protect the students by refusing to ban access to the app via the university's Wi-Fi system. The complaint ignores the reality that most students have access to the app via LTE internet service on their cellular devices, which would render a ban on the university's Wi-Fi system almost worthless. Yes. Yeah, there's not much else to the story except that it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so many are.
Agreed.
Okay, next. Let's see, what's this one? Okay, all right, this is a short one. This comes to us from Sarah Bunch and Fox News. Jelly Belly sued by woman claiming she didn't know jelly beans contain sugar.
The fuck? No.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna, that says it all, and there's not much. I'm not even gonna read the rest of it. That's kind of said it all. Let's see.
Just we ship that person somewhere else. No.
Yeah, we talked about that one the other day. Oh, this one we don't.
What do you even do if you're a judge and that gets filed or something like that? Or
got to treat it seriously. Yep.
That's why I can't be a judge.
Yeah.
Well, even if you're just the other lawyer, what do you do? Just.
Let's see. So this one comes from Ralph Scott. This is Yahoo News, or I should say the Associated Press by way of Yahoo News. Used clothing store gets surprise donation of marijuana. Someone apparently inadvertently donated more than 100 grams of marijuana when they dropped off some used children's clothes at a suburban Minneapolis shop.
It was in the children's clothes.
The Maplewood Police Department posted a photo on Facebook of the surprise donation to the Once Upon a Child store with an invitation to the owner to come and claim it. Not surprisingly, no one has come forward. Yeah. And it's like it's a little cluster of like maybe 30 or 40 little baggies of marijuana.
Beautiful.
It's amazing. So yeah, just left in my kids' clothes.
Somebody else can read that.
Well, the sugarless ones give you horrendous diarrhea. Well, then so it's a diet pill.
There you go. Somebody should send those to Anna Kasparian so she doesn't have to keep vomiting.
Oh.
A hashtag, I don't know that she's actually bulimic. It's just a joke.
Or anorexic. Let's see.
Bulimic because I think she eats. She purges it. That's how she gets that glow.
Yeah, I mean, like, why diet when you can just throw everything up?
Yeah. You get a little bit of sustenance.
So briefly, this comes from Stephen Bennett. Netflix Castlevania animated series release date announced. First trailer revealed. Yes, they're making an animated series. Looks like the American version of what anime is, but it's Castlevania.
Well, that's cool.
Big Castlevania fan.
I loved Castlevania way back on the NES.
I haven't watched the trailer yet, but I will. It's produced by Adi Shankar, who did the Dread movie, which was very good. Speaking of which, there's a Dread TV series in the works. It is still unknown if Carl Urban will reprise his role as Judge Dredd, which I hope he does. Ralph Scott says, "Will someone go get it for me?" Are you talking about the magic diet pills of diarrhea? I suppose so.
Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you, Ralph. Did you do the Wonder Woman one? I saw two people sent that to us.
Yeah, I don't know if that was much of a story though, but okay.
It's interesting to talk about.
Yeah, okay.
There's a movie theater that's running a female-only screening of Wonder Woman.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Philly D said that.
Yeah, it's pissing some people off because it's sexist.
It's sexist.
If you did a man only, we would have to have bitching about it.
Well, I just think it's silly because, like, no, women don't typically want to see comic book movies anyway.
Yeah, it's not.
So you're just like, all the people that would normally be here, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're doing an all ladies night for like a chick flick where it would make sense. You're just alienating your would-be audience. So from that perspective, it's stupid. I don't really care otherwise because it's a private establishment. But what's funny?
I gotta read this one. So the link that was provided goes to IO9, which is one of the blog sites in network with Fusion and Deadspin and The Root, where our famous Star Wars black characters thing came from.
You don't have to talk about that every
I know. I just want to read a little bit from this is the author speaking. She moves on from actually talking about the story to giving her own personal commentary. I just wanted to read this real quick because the contradiction within 3 words of this kind of breaks my brain. So let's see. Okay, so I'll start off with the first paragraph in this little commentary. While many men have also been praising it, others have been complaining, like a lot. Some men have promised to boycott the Draft House in retaliation, and the movie theater company's Facebook page and Twitter account are full of cries of, quote, reverse sexism, which is bullshit, because reverse sexism doesn't exist. It's just sexism, misandry, and whatever other nonsense these jackasses use to try and explain something that doesn't apply here at all. Let me be frank. Here we go. Let me be frank.
Let me be clear.
Yeah, let me be clear. Tell me if this doesn't break your brain, more so than the last thing. A woman-only screening of Wonder Woman is an excellent idea, and any man who thinks it discriminates against them needs to spend the rest of the day staring in the mirror while a single tear flows down their collective cheeks.
The fuck?
It does discriminate against them because it is a women-only screening. I personally don't give a shit. I'm not going to see the movie, probably, just because DC hasn't impressed me. I'm going to wait until somebody tells me that's worth seeing. But let's be honest, if it is a woman-only screening, by definition, that is discriminating against men.
Real
idiot.
Thank you, Ralph Scott, again, talking about my missing lead. And we also have a MGTOW in the chat, Shy Mirror. Lady Monkey bopped him, but he said, angry MGTOW is more real than any of you fuckers in here. And she had to get Jeff Holiday to come to her. Why are you guys still upset about this shit?
Oh, angry MGTOW's so real.
His mom.
Oh, he's so real. He's realer than real.
He's real.
He's more human than human.
He's a
so yeah, that was the wonderful insight from what was her name? Beth. I've seen Beth Elderkin. That's all one word. Beth Elderkin.
Do you feel that? I think that is that her stage otherkin name or?
I don't know. I can see her biography. No, I don't have a biography. Anyway,
for the record, I don't give a shit if they want to do a women's only screening.
Yeah, I don't care.
Knock it off. I mean, if there was a man only screening of something, there would be hollering from the rooftops. So all I want is consistency.
Well, I just think it's, like I said, silly on the part of the theater because women wouldn't have come to see it anyway.
Yeah, this is super. Even being Wonder Woman, it is a superhero movie, and your largest audience is dudes who like women in their panties running around beating people up.
Yeah, so I mean, if you really want to do like a ladies' night thing, do it when the next bad Amy Schumer movie comes out.
There you go.
I mean, nobody's gonna come see it anyway, so then you don't really lose anything.
How do you think the movie's going to do?
Sanity.
Just some prognosticating here.
I think it'll do fine, I guess.
You mean box office or quality?
Box office. Quality, it's DC. Come on.
Box office, it'll well, let's see. Let me take a look and see what its budget is, because if they've released that yet, because
I think it'll do. I think at this point everybody's going to see DC movies because we're like, maybe this will be the one.
Well, it's interesting. Somebody made this point a few months back. When a new Marvel movie comes out, most people think, is this going to be the bad one? When a DC movie comes out, they think, is this going to be the good one?
Yeah.
Let's see. What is Wonder Woman's budget? So let's see. So the production budget was, or at least is estimated to be, $120 million. Now, the advertising is usually about another third of that. So you're looking at about $150 million, probably more. Then you have merchandising and all the other stuff. So I would wager that the total current price tag for Wonder Woman is somewhere in the neighborhood of about $250 million.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my guess. So they have to clear at least $250 million to begin with, which they will probably do pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but that just clearing the 200, breaking even isn't what they want. They want it to be $1 billion movie. They want it to spark, like they want to be Iron Man levels worth of stuff. Is it a $1 billion movie? Don't know. Doubtful.
I don't think the property is big enough for that. I really don't.
I don't think so. Now, from what I've seen and what I've heard, the train wreck quotient on this movie as compared to Man of Steel or Dawn of Justice is far lesser. So of all the DC movies thus far released, this may be the best one, but that is in relative terms. I think it will do marginally well. I would guess, short of it being an absolute bomb, I would guess domestically it's going to bring in, by the time it's petered out of the theaters, $650 million. That'd be my guess.
What did Ant-Man make?
Ant-Man. Well, let's go see. Now, that one I can look
Someone's
up.
mad about, who's mad in the chat? Suzanne Farmer, SDA wrong about women not wanting to see comic book movies. Get a clue, SDA. Look, I think the proportion of women who want to see comic book movies is probably about the gender breakdown of our channels.
Probably. I would say that's probably a good estimate.
And it's still mostly men. I mean, I've seen every Marvel movie in the theaters, but I'm not representative of women as a whole. And I think that's pretty fair.
Women as a whole.
That's how I see women, just as a whole.
Yeah, I misspoke a minute ago. When I said domestic, I meant worldwide gross. Worldwide gross, $650 million. Ant-Man did 180 million domestic, 339 foreign, total 519 worldwide.
That's about where I see Wonder Woman doing. I would be surprised if it did a whole lot better. And it would have to be a really excellent movie, get great word of mouth for me to think it's going to get better than that.
Just with the buzz, just with the Wonder Woman stuff and everything, and the marketing has been really good for it. So I think 600 to 650 is about what it'll top out at.
All right, there's our predictions, guys.
Yeah. And Suzanne Farmer said, I don't agree. I mean, that's fine, but I'm pretty sure that the actual numbers would probably back me up.
Yeah.
So.
And as far as like actual quality, I think Rotten Tomatoes would probably have it. So so worldwide gross, I'll guess somewhere between 600 650. As far as Rotten Tomatoes, I will guess low 60s, high 50s, low 60s.
Frankly, the trailers suck. The story from the trailers look like it sucks. She's going to go single-handedly stop World War I.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well,
Okay.
I don't. In Batman versus Superman, I didn't find her that likable anyway.
She wasn't there
I
that
don't
long
think
either.
She's a very charismatic actress, not in this role.
No, she's not. She just kind of seems like a weird bitch.
Yeah. So we'll see how that one pans out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Suicide did amazingly well box office-wise for as crappy movies it was. So if DC fans are willing to go to Suicide Squad, if this is competently made, then they'll make even more.
Are you guys going to go see it?
No, fuck no.
Okay.
Don't you think Suicide Squad had a lot more build-up? It had Joker, and it had Margot Robbie in her little biker shorts.
Oh, it had a lot going for it in the aesthetics and the promise of something, but it was a crappy movie. But people went on the promise of the trailer and Will Smith and so on. If Wonder Woman is a competently made movie, even if the story is stupid, and it's the better of all the movies that DC has put out, then it will do well, just because it's a better movie structurally, even if it content-wise is weak.
So if it's like, this one doesn't completely suck.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
That's the bar.
Suicide Squad did so much better with their trailers.
Yes.
They jacked up music, but people, it just looked better, where this looks like a cheap Captain America ripoff.
Well, we will find out. I believe
With
also,
a vagina.
Let's see, is the director, hold on. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the director of Wonder Woman was originally supposed to do, she was originally supposed to do Thor: The Dark World, but then they had creative differences early on in the process, and that had to be, the director had to be rehired with somebody else. So
several people have said in the chat that they like Suicide Squad. If you liked it, I'm glad you did. I didn't care for it. I thought it was Will Smith was excellent in it.
But
I-
Will Smith.
Right, Will Smith is a good actor. I don't care what anybody
Yeah,
says.
I mean,
Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West, I still like. I don't care what anybody says.
Barf.
It was
After Earth.
It's
happy movie I've ever seen. After Earth, I have no interest in
I don't want to talk.
Scientology.
That's almost After Earth is almost as bad as that Root article.
Almost as bad. Okay. Well, anyway, Wonder Woman aside, we'll see what happens. It's coming out in just a little while, and then if depending on the reviews, I may go see it. I did not go see Man of Steel. I did not go see Batman versus Superman. I knew ahead of time both of those would probably suck ass just based on the stuff that I saw.
See, I've seen both of those, but I didn't go to see Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I didn't see Suicide Squad either. Okay, the next story we have comes from the Jack Cochran. This is from the Knox Student. I'm guessing it's from Knoxville, but I don't know. March sparks controversy, I guess. Freshman Ashley Curley wanted to participate in Take Back the Night, a national march against sexual violence, so that she could express support for survivors of violence and feel a sense of solidarity with fellow students who felt the same. A few days later, she still feels angry and upset how the march turned out. Marchers on Friday night passed Phi Gamma Delta Fraternity House Friday night, chanting, "Hey ho, patriarchy has got to go," and people unite, take back the night.
Fuck off. Rape has nothing to do with patriarchy. Fuck off.
In response, members of the fraternity went inside and played "Proud to be an American," drowning out the marchers' chants. Once the marchers passed the house, the music was turned off.
Sorry.
Quote, I wanted it to be an event where I could feel safe and I could feel empowered. And for them to step on that event, it was like a slap in the face.
But like you were literally being a disturbing piece of shit.
Yeah.
And so they just kind of were like, fuck you back. And now you're like, but yeah, shut up.
Let's see. Sophomore Libby Croach overheard the encounter. What encounter? Oh, let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to find where they're talking about. I wanted to feel. Within 24 hours of a request for comment by TKS, the Phi Gamma Delta fraternity, known colloquially as Fiji, issued an official statement on the incident to the Knox student, which they asked not to be published in full. The board called the situation a misunderstanding on both sides. Sophomore Libby Croach overheard the encounter from her dorm room in Wilston Hall next door. When she overheard one person at the fraternity yell, "He's your president," at the marchers, she was unhappy that they had misinterpreted the meaning of the march. Oh.
Well, isn't that just awful?
Take Back the Night is not a partisan march. It's apolitical, Croach said. It is literally a march to end sexual violence. A fraternity of all people should not be doing that. He's your president.
Thank you, Sanguine. Yeah. I would have been more interested if Friday night they passed the frat Saturday night. They like CNN need an editor.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Sanguine.
Where is this going here? The executive members.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry I yelled during your reading of that, but I'm so tired of this shit.
Yeah.
I saw something on Twitter right before we went on where somebody said, if you're going to teach your daughter to take safety precautions, then you need to teach your son not to, or what consent is.
Oh.
Fuck
I'm
off.
pretty.
Just fuck off.
Is there anybody who doesn't know that rape is a bad?
Even rapists know rape is bad. That's why they don't run around bragging about it. And when they're caught, they deny it.
I need to describe one of the signs they had in this picture here.
Okay. Go for
so it says, "Boys will be boys." The second "boys" is crossed out. And underneath it says, "Held accountable." Boys will be held accountable.
Doesn't "boys will be boys" mean something like a boy will probably try to jump off the roof?
It means
Yes.
boys do stupid shit all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean boys rape.
And we do. We do stupid shit all the time.
No, you do.
Oh, geez. Hold on. Gamma, this is a part of the story. Gamma Deuteron does the absolute most in combating sexual violence, they said. It would be against the core values of our fraternity to not do so, and has taken every action currently and in the past to ensure the Gamma Deuteron is a place free of these acts of humility. Acts of humility. In addition, the board stated that they had also been victims as a result of the situation. They stated that they had been harassed online by students by stereotyping the group as white boys and for engaging in a large role in rape culture. Well, yes, if you're being accused of things and being held for your racial whatevers, then that would probably make you a victim. I mean, if it happened to anybody else, they'd be tearing down the school trying to get the president to quit over it or something. So,
Yeah.
anyway, that's the bulk of the story there.
Okay.
Anything else?
Stupid shit. You know what? Here's if you want to help stop sexual violence, teach your daughters how to defend themselves. Because rapists are going to rape. You can't just tell boys, don't rape. These are fucking criminals who don't give a shit what rules we make as a society. And if you want to protect the girls, teach them to defend themselves.
Yeah.
It's like saying, we don't need locks on our house. We just need to teach people not to break in. It's fucking retarded. Stop it.
I'm pretty sure people already know not to.
Let's see. Well, we have a story from Irate. This will be the last story before we move on to YouTube stuff, because I think we're just about the top of the hour.
Yeah.
So this comes from Irate Prostate. Also, shut up, Fox News video. I don't want to listen to you. He also asked a question of me directly. Scribe, have you seen the movie about the Nick Cage Superman movie that wasn't made? I haven't. I want to. I remember seeing there was like a Kickstarter for that or something. If that's out, I will watch it. Do you know where it is? Or I can probably find it. But anyway, so this story comes from Irate, from Fox News. Obama's NSA rebuked for snooping on Americans. Journo says it proves wide pattern. Okay. The secret court that oversees government snooping took the Obama administration to task late last year, suggesting it created, quote, a very serious Fourth Amendment issue by violating rules the government itself had implemented regarding the surveillance of Americans. According to top secret documents made public by the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, often referred to as the FISA court, the government admitted that just days before the 2016 election, NSA analysts were violating surveillance rules on a regular basis. This pattern of overreach, coupled with the timing of the government's disclosure, resulted in an unusually harsh rebuke of the administration's practices and principles. A former CBS journalist suing the federal government for allegedly spying on her said the documents proved the illegal snooping was pervasive and widely abused. Quote, sources of mine have indicated that political players have increasingly devised premises to gather intel on political targets by wrapping them up in, quote, incidental collections of foreigners as if by accident. That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
According to the FISA court opinion, it was on September 26, 2016, that the government submitted an undisclosed number of, quote, certifications for the court to review. The review process was supposed to be completed within 30 days or by October 26, 2016. Just 2 days before that review was to be completed, and less than 2 weeks before the 2016 election, the government informed the court that NSA analysts had been violating rules established in 2011 designed to protect the internet communications of Americans. The NSA has suggested these were, quote, inadvertent compliance lapses, unquote, and points out that the agency, quote, self-reported these problems, meaning they were the ones to bring this issue to the attention of the court. There was just one problem. The violations that the government disclosed on October 24, 2016, were based on a report from the NSA's Inspector General that had been released 10 months earlier in January 2016. This means that when the government submitted its certifications for review in September, they were likely aware of that IG report, but failed to mention the malpractice going on at the NSA. Okay. And that is the bulk of it.
This is the kind of shit that happens that is never going to get much coverage and is actually really, really fucking important.
Yeah.
The NSA is spying on our own people. And they blame it on everything except, this is a dickbag kind of thing we're doing here, and it's subject to abuse because people are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, with all this stuff with Donald Trump and the election and them all whining about this, I can't help but think about stories like this and the IRS scandal that nobody covered how it should have been covered. worst case scenario, Trump's people might have talked to some Russians. Okay, fine. You have the IRS targeting citizens for political reasons, and now you have the NSA blatantly violating their own charter to spy on people they shouldn't be. And there's that thinking out there, well, if you're doing nothing wrong, it doesn't matter what the government, if the government looks at you, fuck you, it's not their business. That's not how it works. I was born in the wrong era. Because privacy matters to me. Anyhow, so guys, if you want to send us things that we could read and talk about during the news portion of the program, that would be hashtag MSS News on Twitter.
I have a question in the chat that said, why talk about articles when we don't show them on screen? Because we read them. So
because we talk about what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Somebody had suggested that we start putting them in the descriptions, and I am fully for that. But by the end of the stream, I forget.
Same.
Sorry.
I wouldn't remember to do it.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing,
the
other thing too is if you listen to the article title, you can just Google it.
Yeah.
None of these things are secret.
For you.
Yeah, but we're lazy.
So what do we want to talk about?
We do have an update.
Yes. Yeah,
on the Russian Deadpool situation.
Yes, that was going to be the last story of news.
So essentially what happened, you can read the article if you want, but I can pretty much tell you verbatim what it said because it wasn't much.
No.
Essentially what the article says is that the charges have been upgraded to first-degree murder.
I'm shocked.
And they don't know why, because those files are not public.
Yeah, still sealed.
They're still sealed files, so we don't know what made the charges change, but they have changed essentially.
I don't want to speculate here,
but you're going to speculate here.
I'm kind of going to. I would not be surprised if there's not charges against other people.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, okay. Here's how the story was told. And this all comes from somebody who was supposedly in a Skype call with them right before it happened.
You're talking about Athena, right?
I won't mention names because I don't want to slander anyone.
Yeah, SDA. Jeez.
So apparently somebody...
but you're saying the story that she told. That's not slander.
It would be if I continue.
Okay, sorry.
This person is in a Skype chat with Ivy and Russian Deadpool, and supposedly Deadpool is having a flashback. Not just they keep talking about how it was a psychotic break brought on by PTSD. However, if you read the tweets, it specifically says a flashback. Now, we know this motherfucker never left the country for the army. He never went to war, so he couldn't have been having a flashback.
Yeah. That's true.
So somebody is out there pushing this bullshit story telling us that he had this flashback. So at the very least, somebody may be guilty of accessory, even if it's after the fact, because they're out there sharing a bullshit. And according to the same person, they were in contact with the police. And if they told the police this story, then they absolutely lied. Because
unless it's possible that that's what this person may or may not think actually happened. To give them the benefit of the doubt. Also to save us from being saying like we're slandering the person.
I didn't slander anybody. I'm just throwing that out there. Based on everything we know, there is no way that situation happened as it was told. Period.
I don't disagree. Scribe.
Yeah. So
yes.
I would not be surprised if there's not other charges.
Do I have an opinion?
Yeah.
There's also... I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay, I'll talk. There's also the suggestion that he was on mushrooms which again, can't say that it's true, but I can't say that it's not because I wasn't part of that Skype call. However, that Skype call is going to be part of evidence. And I hope for somebody's sake that they're very clear about what was going on there. I'm just saying.
It's an interesting development.
Yeah.
Can it be my turn to talk now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah, go ahead. What do you want?
Calling an SDA.
Are you mocking me?
I believe he was.
No.
Yes, you were.
Do you believe me? Of course
No.
not. Because you're an untrusting soul with no personality. I don't have an opinion so much because nothing has been confirmed. Everything that we quote unquote know about this is all other people's looking into things and speculation, and the records are sealed. So what happened, who did what, who said what the circumstances were, it's all conjecture. Even the people who are supposedly talking straight from the horse's mouth are not reliable as witnesses to what was going on. I will wait until the official information comes out from the authorities as to what evidence was gathered. Now, what I can say is that if the charges were upgraded from second to first-degree murder, then I'm assuming that the prosecutor has such evidence that would tend to suggest that this wasn't some crime of passion, that this was something that was intentional, premeditated, etc. If that's so, then hopefully the prosecutor isn't taking a chance on flimsy evidence just for the sake of doing so, but actually has something that says to him, at least in a legal sense, this is a first-degree murder case, which is a harder burden to prove if you don't have very, very good evidence to show premeditation. So if they're confident enough to charge him with first-degree murder, then I'll be very, very curious once the trial starts or once the information is unsealed or whatever to find out what that is. Until then, I don't have an opinion because I don't know nothing, and anybody who says they know something otherwise doesn't either. The end.
Okay.
Well, see, I can say I do know he didn't have PTSD flashback. He did not have a war flashback. He wasn't in fucking war.
Well, that's true.
You can have a flashback about stuff that doesn't have to do with war.
No, but he was having a flashback specifically to fighting terrorists.
Well, the account from the person who was supposedly...
Again, you don't know anything about what actually happened, and you don't know if her information's correct or not. He could have had a training flashback. You can have trauma in a whole bunch of different situations that involve military activity that have nothing to do with being overseas. I have friends that have had that.
Have a flashback to doing something you never did.
I have had friends who have seen friends killed in training exercises, and they have PTSD. I do not know, and neither do you, what or what not is going on or went on in his head. So let's just wait and not spread more of what we don't know as though we know it. Let's not be those guys.
I see what you're saying.
Making declarative statements like that is outside the bounds, I think.
You think it's outside the bounds to say it's impossible for him to have had a flashback of fighting terrorists he never fought?
Again, we do not know what was going on in his head. We are taking the account of someone who was not there.
And that's what I'm talking about, is the account she gave.
Yes, but you're making a statement as though you know for a fact he did not have PTSD or a flashback. You do not know that.
No, I have not said he didn't have PTSD. That he did not have a flashback to fighting terrorists. It's a very specific thing I'm saying here.
Okay. You were saying he did not have a flashback. And I'm like, well, I don't know. A flashback about what? I don't know.
Yeah, and you're right. I should have clarified that before. When we first brought this up, somebody brought up that they'd never been to war and they'd been diagnosed with PTSD from being in the military.
Sure.
Absolutely. You can have PTSD in the military without going to war.
Yes.
What I'm saying is he didn't have a flashback to fighting terrorists. He never fought. And we do know he never fought them because that is part of the public record that was looked up. If you watch the Ralph Retort video, Russian Deadpool was dumb enough one time to publish a document with his fucking social security number on it. And with that number, you can go into different vet sites to see what you qualify for. And when you do so, it brings up your military record.
Yes.
So we do know, I mean, he was only active duty basically long enough for his basic training.
Right.
And the group he was attached to as a non-combat person. So even if that group went overseas to war, he wouldn't have gone with them. They were not deployed at that time he was attached to them.
Okay.
So that part isn't conjecture. That's public record.
Right. And all I'm saying is that we do not know what was going on inside of his head. You know, the public record may take away or discredit the claims made by other people who were not there when the event happened. But we do not know for a fact that there wasn't something going on with him mentally. You know, the specifics of that may be precluded by the factual evidence known to us. But elsewise, I'm not comfortable with guessing about what was going on in the guy's head because I don't know.
Oh, one of Teal Deer's fans is here. Why does Ranting Monkey sound like he's stoned all the time? I'm here to listen to STA's beautiful accent, not hear boring.
Because he's on drugs all the time for pain.
I'm fucking stoned, dude.
I don't think that's one of...
It is. He got really pissed about my one video.
Oh, he proposes to me a lot in chat.
He probably loves you.
He proposes to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Scribe already planted a plunger flag, so...
That's right. It's sticking out right now.
Natalie, I've checked my Twitter. I'm not seeing anything.
What was he tweeting about?
I don't know. Natalie keeps telling me to check my Twitter. I don't see anything.
Natalie. I don't know who Natalie is. I think we just had a fight.
That's okay. See, this is another good thing that, speaking of the Teal Deer video, it's okay for people to disagree.
Sure.
It's perfectly okay for people to disagree sometimes.
The stream is over.
As long as you admit I'm right at the end of it, that's fine.
No, you know what? I do want to tell you guys my prediction of what I think this all happened.
Okay.
In secret, of course. And when it all comes out, I want to see how close I am to the truth here.
Okay.
Because I did.
Be careful about what you say, because this is my channel, and I'm the one who gets in trouble.
Oh, I'll like link it in Twitter or something where nobody else sees it.
Okay.
I'm not going to get you guys in trouble.
I'm not going to get in trouble. Between what everybody else is, I mean, speculating is not illegal or something. I mean, go ahead, whatever. But, you know, just a matter of...
I didn't make any specific charges.
I know. No, that's for the prosecutor. I mean, you can't get much higher than first-degree murder. I don't think there's, like, 0-degree murder.
The weird thing about that is the arraignment was, what, 2 days after the murder?
Yes.
The what?
And that's where... Huh?
The what?
The arraignment.
That's where they bring him forward and read the charges. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And set bail and all that.
So at that time, the prosecutor was already saying that he was looking hard into the first-degree thing.
Yes.
So he heard something about that original story that just didn't sit right with him at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Sanguine, thank you for the donation. Well, time to furiously make up. We'll talk movies. We'll be fine.
Bend over, monkey.
Yeah.
Get ready for it. What?
From the very
are you jealous?
A little bit.
Well, you can bend over then too. I can take both of you.
But yeah, from the very beginning, the prosecutor saw something he didn't quite believe. So
Right.
It is interesting that they went ahead and up the charges. Be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, they might have set the second degree on the basis of the initial information, which may have included that Skype call and the claims about PTSD and elsewise.
Yeah.
And then if they looked into that further and found that there was no merit to them, then they could have upgraded to first degree murder. That would make sense. What little we know, that might make sense.
I wonder if V's going to do another stream.
Oh, probably.
Oh my God, he was killing me with that.
How many views did his initial stream get? Like a zillion?
By now, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course.
That's another one of the things you shouldn't do on the internet. Don't highlight things you don't want people to see.
Yeah, it's the Streisand effect in total enforcement.
Did we not want some people to see something?
No, all the SJWs throwing their fit about that stream.
Okay.
Yeah. Complain about something that you wish didn't exist, and then everybody knows that it's there. Yay. Yeah. Shall we move on to YouTube stuff?
Oh, sure. Did you guys do videos today?
That was the segue. I posted one today, yes.
What was yours? I haven't seen it yet.
So the one I did today, or well, I put it together last night and posted it today. It's a promotional video from the University of Wisconsin Whitewater about their Diversity Advocates program. And these are paid positions at the university of students recruited into the housing authority to act as diversity advocates, and they are charged with promoting diversity and maintaining safe zones for diversity.
Ugh.
And some
Safe
other
zone for
things.
diversity.
Yes, not safe spaces, mind you, safe zones. This is the custom University of Wisconsin version of safe spaces.
The other thing that was weird was the girl who was doing the voiceover
Yeah.
had no
She's-
business doing voiceover. When I heard the first 5 seconds of your video, I was like, is she saying diapersy?
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, her voice is definitely this sort of nervous, high-pitched, sounds like an 11-year-old trying to,
Yeah.
I don't know, affect some kind of accent almost. I'll wait for Monkey to get back because I want to talk about
Okay.
the other part of it. But
Yeah, it was just listening to it, I was thinking, is this really like the best person they could find to do this voiceover? Good Lord. was bad.
it was probably a confidence building exercise doing the voiceover for that because that person sounded very nervous.
Sorry, I was kissing Lady Monkey and I didn't want SDA to.
Yeah.
You been talking puke?
Barf.
Mwah, mwah.
Gross, stop it.
Yeah.
You're not actually doing anything. So
The part of the video I wanted to mention while Monkey was here was about halfway through the video, they're sort of like asking these ambiguous or these questions of the people that are diversity advocates, and one of them says something to the effect of, "What is that? What do the diversity advocates have to do with boxes and walls?" And I'm like, "Boxes and walls? What the hell is that?" And so I'd never heard of it before. Apparently it's a program that's in many schools across the country, but boxes and walls is and this is the way the website for it actually describes it. Boxes and walls, the oppression experience.
What?
So do you know what a hell house is?
No.
Okay. So a hell house in the South is basically it's a haunted house, but it's usually put on by a church. And
yeah, okay.
Yeah, you have like a room that's like, oh, here's the room where an abortion's taking place, or here's a room where people are on drugs. These are sort of like lessons to learn on, these are things to be wary of, and then at the end of the thing, they get you to convert to Christianity and sort of be born again and all that. Well, Boxes and Walls, amazingly enough, is a tour of rooms, each with an oppression in it regarding a marginalized group. So you have a room that's about homophobia, or a room that's about African American racism, or racism against Mexican Americans, or whatever.
So
pick your
it's South Park's Museum of Tolerance.
Well, I called it the Social Justice Haunted House, and because part of the description says, the purpose of this is to help students get rid of boxes full of stereotypes. And I say, yes, get rid of boxes full of stereotypes by walking through boxes full of stereotypes.
Oh my God.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And so I didn't even know that I was going to take this little detour into this other completely different thing when I was watching this video, but then I had to find out what Boxes and Walls were. So then, yeah. And then at the end of the video, they say, well, go to our website for more information. I'm like, okay. And I go to their website and they list off their current programs. And they're big on programs in this video. They mentioned the word program or programs about a zillion times. I think One Ton Hammers said something that somebody else told me. It's like, you can make a drinking game out of how many times they say the word program. But one of the programs they had was...
program doesn't sound like a word anymore.
I know. It just,
it's
nuts.
It doesn't.
But one of the things that they do to train their diversity or advocates is something called a privilege walk. Now, they don't go into details as to what a privilege walk is. I don't know if it's a kind of way to walk, like the Ministry of Funny Walks in Monty Python,
Oh, yeah.
or if you're taking a tour of things that are privilege, like you're going on the Jack the Ripper walk in London, where you go to all the crime scenes. I'm very curious to know what the privilege walk is. So if there's anybody in the audience from Wisconsin, specifically University of Wisconsin at Whitewater, if you can find out the details of the privilege walk and like send me a video or just some information on that, I would be very grateful, because I'm dying to know. But there's like there's classes called That's So Gay and That's Okay. And that's a direct quote. That's so gay and that's okay. And it's just nuts. It's just nuts. But the thing that bugged me the most about it was that this is a part of the school administrative process. This is part of the schools. This is part of the institution now.
Right.
Paid positions, money coming from the school, a school that takes federal funding, which means the school's under Title IX and Title VI.
I'm actually sorry.
Yeah, where they can't provide services or activities that would discriminate against people based on their race or gender, etc. And I don't know how that isn't going to happen at some point if they're trying to, like, you know, promote diversity. Anyway.
I'm going to actually look into my school and see if we have anything like that, because I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let you guys know. I don't know if I'll say it publicly on stream because it could dox me. We'll see, but I'll tell you guys.
Now, I am working on another video for tomorrow, though, so I wanted
Before you get to that,
yeah.
Zenith, thank you for the donation.
Sorry,
Zenith
missed that.
said,
Sorry.
I don't like marginalized people. I prefer butter.
Why didn't that pop up?
It did about 5 minutes ago. It's already ran its course.
Yeah, it got pushed up really quick. And
Sorry.
For some reason, they don't put, like, usually I see a little link to the previous super chats up above at the top of the chat.
Yeah.
Zenith's isn't there. I don't understand.
It's
like I said, it's because it came across like it's already run its whole time.
Oh, okay.
It runs its whole time. That link disappears. How
does that time determine? Is it like $1 a minute or something that it'll stay up there?
Basically, it's if it's under, I don't know if you've ever donated to Super Chat, but if you do, there's different dollar amounts. The $2 amount is the one that we see where it doesn't link it at the top.
Yes.
Starting at $5, it links it at the top, and I think that lasts for 5 minutes. There's the 10-minute one, and it, depending on how much you say, depends on, in some cases, how much you can or you have to donate to get that up there.
Okay. I see.
But yeah, it's just that we've had a good talk here, and sometimes this happened to us yesterday a couple of times.
Yeah.
Where I don't want to interrupt what's being said, so I wait.
Yeah.
And I try to, if you click on them while they're up in the top, it'll stay on your screen.
Yes.
Until you click off of it. So
yeah.
Real quick, Lance said, hey, are these the idiots who oppose shoe on head for being decent to Milo Stewart? And I just want to clarify that my issue is not being decent to somebody. I know I'm a bitch, but I don't mind people being nice to Milo Stewart. Shu just said that the big issue that I had was if people feel non-binary, isn't that enough? And I disagree that that's enough. So it's not about, I'm not saying we should be dicks to Milo Stewart because fuck Milo. That's not how I feel. And I get that Shu's a very nice and docile person. But that her being nice wasn't the issue. Anyway, sorry, Scribe. Video you're working on?
So I caught an article today on CNN, or saw the tagline for it, and it said, I'm paraphrasing, it said, brown girls can do what white boys can. Okay. And I was like, what? And this turned out to be a quote from a, not a commencement speech, but a convocation speech, which is sort of like a supplementary speech they give the day before commencement to people. Okay. And I just read the first paragraph and thought, God, I hope there's a video of this speech. And there was.
Oh, yay.
And so I found it, and I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to give too much away. It's very, very interesting. But It's a 16-minute speech, 7 minutes of which I cut out because it was all just personal biography stuff that is interesting-ish, but not on point with the major arguments that the speaker was making to try to inspire the students at the speech. Yeah, there's a lot of revelations in regards to this person and what they said at the speech and what they did not say. And I've already recorded the audio, but I'll try to put that out tomorrow.
Regarding the quote, brown girls can do what white guys can.
Mm-hmm.
Danica Lee in chat said they can look like poop without makeup.
Oh!
One, I don't look like poop. I'm beautiful. Oh,
Matter
man,
of
that was
opinion.
awesome. What about you, SD? You working on anything?
No.
Did you drop anything?
What do you mean? What?
Did you make a video?
No.
She dropped the mic.
Okay, chicken, that's just not nice.
What happened?
I'm retweeting it to you guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You'll see.
Oh, chicken. Right.
My video that I dropped today.
Someone wanted me to say penguin, so somebody send me a really cute penguin and I'll do it.
Oh my God! What the? Oh God!
That's just
Why
wrong
would
on
you
so many
let?
ways.
No.
Oh, barf. Oh Jesus! Is that a midget?
There's a midget involved. It looks like
Oh.
that, or it's a really horrible camera angle.
Oh God!
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing that happened.
However, we do enjoy your viewer art, so send it up. Send it all.
Just try to make it not that.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. Yeah, mine was on Onision today.
Oh yeah, that's right. I liked your Onision video.
Onision made a video a couple of days ago bitching at people for caring about the Manchester attack. I don't necessarily disagree with his point there. A lot of people do. When there's one of these big things, everybody goes out and says, this is awful. I don't think that's a horrible thing, though. It doesn't change anything. It just shows solidarity. And yeah, it's more for the person who types it than anyone else in the world. But that's okay, dickhead. My biggest problem came with his follow-up video to that, where he's whining about people not dropping him on Patreon and disliking his video. And even though I didn't cover it, he's lost about 8,000 viewers on his Uh-Oh Bro channel, where he posted these two videos since he made that stupid shit. And he makes the comment in there that people only watch what they like. And like, no shit, dumbass. If you say really horrible shit, there's a chance people are going to stop following you. It's not. He's gotten lucky so far that when he does this kind of stupid shit, like he did with Grimy, I forget her first name, but the YouTuber
Christina Grimmie.
Yeah, is it Grimmie?
Yeah.
However you say it. Anyway, she got shot at like a book signing or something, and he went on there and made horrible fucking tweets about it. And
oh yeah, I remember that. Now that you say
he
that.
didn't end up getting in too much. I don't want to say trouble, but in trouble with his audience over it, because some people were okay with it. But since then, he's also done the shit with Billy, where he outed her and just gave all kinds of personal information about her to his fans. Well, by outed, he told the whole world she's a drug addict.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that's not the only thing he shared, but this just shows he claims he's just honest. And there's a difference between being honest and being a douchebag. And he's a fucking douchebag. And a lot of people are seeing that trend. And this was just another one of those things that he normally wouldn't have gotten in very much trouble with his audience for. But when you add all of this shit up, people are just, no, you're just a douche. And I think he says that he really likes truth. So one of the reasons I decided to do this is because it gave me the opportunity to insult the fuck out of him and just go, sorry, it's just being truthful, bro. Sanguine, thank you so much. People watch for material too. Hell, that is what floats Shives. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to Steve Shives just because sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
There's something.
if you saw my subscription list, I keep mine privated. But if you saw it, you'd be like, why is he watching all this shit? And the answer is content.
To make videos for you, fine people.
That's right. Where'd Scribe go? He got really quiet.
I don't know. Scribe.
He's
Hi.
beating off to that
Where'd he
fan stuff,
go?
isn't he?
Hi.
Don't touch yourself to that picture.
I was just making sure I didn't interrupt Monkey like everybody else interrupts me all the goddamn time. Oh, pardon me.
And he's making fun of me.
Yeah, that too.
You know,
I
your
don't appreciate
news
it.
stories would be a lot shorter if you stopped bitching about people interrupting you.
I'm not getting in the middle of that.
My news stories would be a lot shorter.
Yeah, well,
if I
the
didn't
last
bitch
one
about the
where-
people interrupting me.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
roll with it. Just talk over us. That's what we do. I'm trying to help you out here.
See, unfortunately, I have manners.
Oh, that's your first mistake.
I know, right? The hell were my parents thinking?
I know.
Jesus.
Damn it. Oh my God. Scribe is making another microwave meal. Do you eat a lot of microwave meals?
What? No.
Ludwig said that.
I haven't made a microwave meal in years. The closest I get to a like microwave type meal is like on the rare occasion that I'm really lazy, I will get a chicken pot pie, but I put those in the oven because if I have the opportunity to oven bake something versus put in the microwave, I'll go for the oven because it generally tastes about 20 times better.
True story. Pizza rolls are so much better in the oven.
Yeah.
Oh, pizza rolls are so good.
What do you?
God, what was-
Don't diss on pizza rolls. That's all I'm saying.
Were you about to,
Oh, I
Scribe?
thought you were.
No, I wasn't.
No.
I wasn't going to say anything.
No. Okay, no, I like pizza rolls.
Pizza in the
That's
morning,
who-
pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can
We
eat.
found a food that I like. I like
Well, the
pizza
way
rolls.
you said it was like, and it reminded me, if that's your happy sound for food, have you guys all seen Trolls?
Which
The
one?
movie?
The movie Trolls.
Which
No.
one?
The new
The
one?
new cartoon.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're killing me. There's a character in there named Branch, and he's all down and nasty all the time. And there's this one part where everybody's cheering, and Branch goes, "Ah!" And they go, "Oh my God, Branch, what's wrong?" He goes, "Well, I thought we were cheering." And I go, "That's your happy sound?"
Yeah.
And the way she said, the pizza rolls reminded me of that. Okay. So I'm glad you like them. I was just making sure.
I like them.
Did you walk past me just now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Sorry, my son's getting ready to go to work, and I heard noise behind me, and he had to walk like directly where I'm looking for to get where he's at, and I missed it.
Hi, monkey son.
They said hi to you.
Does he have
Not sure if you heard.
does he have a code name like Grand Monkey?
That's well, the nicknames I have for him, I could all dox me, so I'll have to do this.
Yeah, but like, which
Well,
monkey is he?
Yeah, what
This is my
monkey is he?
youngest son. My youngest child.
Okay,
And
so son of monkey,
son of
Mini
monkey.
monkey?
mini monkey. Oh God.
See you, bud. Have a good night.
Night.
Love you.
Love you too.
So wait, you've got 2 sons and a daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, daughter's the oldest, and then the 2 boys.
Okay, so we got to get names for we got Lady Monkey, we got Ranting Monkey, we got Grand Monkey. So we've got younger son, older son, and then oldest daughter.
All right,
Yes.
shitty chat, help us out.
Yeah, we need code names so we know what we're talking about when it comes down to this stuff. And yeah, we're gonna reject Monkey Boy. Yeah, Monkey Boy. There you go. Monkey son, son of monkey. Sunky.
chat-
Sunky. Sunky.
See, there'd be
Yes!
2 of them, so they have to be individual.
Sunky. Okay, Sunky, and then
Okay, something
did-
in Monkey Jr.
no wait. Does your older son drink?
Not really.
No, I was
The
gonna say
oldest-
Sunky and Drunky would be great.
Those would be. The middle child, my oldest son, kind of looks like a clone of me, where the other 2 look more like their mother. So you could have Monkey Jr. for the middle child.
And then Sunky for the other one.
No, I got it. So yeah, it's Sunky for the youngest one,
And Junkie.
and then because the oldest son is a clone of you, you can call him Clunky,
Clunky. Oh, God.
Sunky, Clunky, and then Princess Monkey. Yay! Sunky,
Oh, yeah,
Clunky,
Princess Monkey works. Because I
Princess
do call
Monkey.
her that, among other things.
Yeah. Sunky and Clunky. There we go.
The one thing my
Sanguine
daughter
said
hates.
mini monkey would be monkey's midget.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that.
Thank you, Timothy Seelbeck.
Thank you, Timothy. I can't see it yet on my chat, but thank you.
Number one, Monkey Son.
Oh, we can call them number 1, number 2, and number 3. That works for me.
No.
Ew, who wants to be number 2? Blah, poop.
Well, that's what you do to the middle child.
You poop on the middle child? What?
He gets so mad. He pulls the
Are
middle
you
child
German?
shit. He pulls the middle child shit all the time, forgetting that I too am a middle child. Like, stop it. Just stop it.
Harambe.
Harambe.
Oldest son, Harambe. Yeah.
The Scarlet Monkey. Okay, what else do we have to talk about?
I mean, if one of them were tragically passed away, Harambe would work.
Well, there was something that SDA had suggested maybe we talk about, the Silver Sable Black Cat movie deal. Because you were curious about how the whole
Oh, yeah, that's right.
spider thing was going to work.
I asked a question.
She asked a question about a story that came out today regarding the non-Marvel Cinematic Universe movie that is being prepared by Sony that will star Spider-Man affiliated characters Silver Sable and Black Cat. And it's going to be called, at least the name of the movie as of right now is Silver and Black, which sounds like I said a liquor or something.
Oh, penguin!
Penguin!
Sounds like a Pokemon
Hey,
battle.
where's the penguin?
I just retweeted it.
Oh, you retweeted a penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, SDA, you're being told to look at Twitter, and it's from the same one who gave us that last.
I know, that's where the penguin came from.
And is it a porno penguin?
No, it's just a penguin.
All right.
Okay.
And it's all fluffy.
Oh, God.
What?
Nothing.
Stop making fun of me.
Yeah, so the Silver Sable and Black Cat movie. So there's a weird history to this whole thing because Amy Pascal, who was the main driving force behind the Ghostbusters movie at Sony, she had this dream for the longest time to have a female superhero movie. And she really didn't care what superheroes, but she just wanted to be a female superhero movie. It was rumored it was going to be Spider-Gwen or a whole bunch of other crazy Spider-Man stuff. But the code name for this movie had always been Glass Ceiling.
Oh, for
For
fuck's sake.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. So then when the whole Marvel Spider-Man thing came down, where Marvel would make a couple Spider-Man movies without Sony giving up the license, the idea was, okay, well, over at Sony here, we're going to start making our own Spider-Man spin-off movies, even though we don't have Spider-Man in our universe yet, at least not until Marvel's done 2 movies. Because Marvel's only contracted so far to do Homecoming and one more Spider-Man movie, a sequel, and then Sony will apparently retract the rights back and they can't make any more movies with Spider-Man at Marvel. But in the meantime, they're going to make a Venom movie, which we've talked about previously, and now they've announced the name and the layout for the all-female movie, which is Silver Sable and Black Cat.
I
Now,
have a question.
yes.
Does that mean that Spider-Man is absolutely not going to be in like Infinity War and all that?
No, Spider-Man's going to be in Infinity War.
So does that not count as one of the 2 movies?
No, as
Okay.
far as I understand it, Tom Holland was contracted to be in like 4 movies, and 3 of those are Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, or whatever, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man sequel, and Infinity War.
Okay.
Or something like that. But of course, his contract is with Sony, and Sony can put him wherever they want to. So if Tom Holland does movies for Sony outside of the MCU, they won't be attached to the MCU.
That is
And it is very confusing, but Sony is seemingly trying to bank off of the confusion by trying to make everything seem like it's all one big thing when it really isn't. Now they have Silver Sable and Black Cat, who in this new continuity, this brand new non-Andrew Garfield Spider-Man universe, there's no setup for. So there's no Felicia Hardy setup. There's no Silver Sable or her home country or all that, the entire backstory. None of this exists. They're going to try seemingly to start this from spontaneous generation without any build up or lead in, which makes no sense. It's sort of like a Suicide Squad thing where it's like, oh, by the way, poof, these characters are in the world and we're going to spend half the movie explaining who they are, and then maybe we'll have a story in there somewhere. I don't know how it's going to work. I have a feeling it's going to be shit. Because I mean, it's possible it could go totally Guardians of the Galaxy. If they're only dealing with 2 main characters, then they have a lot more real estate to work with than if they're trying to introduce 5. But without Spider-Man, if they're going to start these movies without there being I mean, Black Cat would not have existed if Spider-Man hadn't been there first. Venom could not have existed without Spider-Man being there first. Silver Sable was a separate thing. I don't know. It hurts my brain.
I don't mind the Black Cat one because while she was introduced in Spider-Man, it's not the same as Venom not being able to exist without Spider-Man. So
true enough.
I can kind of give him that one. Silver Sable, maybe. The Venom one really just, I'm fucking so confused how they're going to do that, especially if they do bring Spider-Man back to their universe.
After the Venom movie has come out.
Yeah. Because the plan right now is Spider-Man will be in Homecoming and then the unnamed Homecoming 2. And then after that, he's supposed to revert to Sony.
Yes.
Which will be years after the Venom movies come out.
Yes.
So it just makes I don't understand it. But with the Black Cat, I don't have as big a deal because she's a cat burglar.
Yeah, she's the Catwoman of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah. Hotter, though. I always like
definitely.
The costume better.
Oh, the costume with the plunging neckline. I mean, depending on who was drawing her, that neckline either went like just down between her boobs or all the way down to her belly button. I think Mark Bagley, I think, is the guy who really took that outfit all the way down to the crotch, which was amazing. But his artwork wasn't nearly as good as Todd McFarlane's was sometimes. But anyway.
We are 20 minutes from the end of the show. Should we take questions?
Yep. Question time.
Audience, what do you want us to talk about?
Something funny.
Peter asks how the Grand Monkey's doing. She's doing very well. She's the sniffles are all gone. She didn't take a nap today, so she was a little grumpy by the end of the night, but she was a sweetheart most of the day. Is Scribe an agent? Are you an agent?
Agent of what?
I don't know.
Who asked this? Is Scribe an agent? Like a Hollywood agent? Well, I do have a casting couch. Well, I should say it could easily become a casting couch if you know of any nubile young wannabe actresses that want to interview.
Lady Monkey says she has a question. If I ignore it, she's going to wing something at me. So if she asks her question, it pops up. Please make sure I see that.
Oh, God. Agent of ass stretching. Thanks, Danica. Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
What kind of punch can take out 20 kids and 6 adults? I don't want to know the answer to
that. Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Fruit punch.
Mike Tyson's Donkey Punch.
Donkey Punch. That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Anytime you read, what these... real quick, Lady Monkey gave us a question. We hear lots of beeping from Scribe during chats. Pizza rolls or Morse code? He's asking for help.
It's the noise my phone makes when I have to type in text and stuff. I have an old dumb phone, and unfortunately, because of work stuff, I have to keep it with all of the noises on so that if something happens, I'll be alerted to it, and that's one of the consequences. So.
The answer to the joke is a Sandy Hook.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
ouch. That was bad.
Oh, damn, dude. I hadn't heard that one before.
Oh, me neither. Ooh. Well played. Horrible, but well played.
You got us all like, ugh.
Oh, Scribe, are you a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent? I do have a Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. membership card. For a very brief time, I think it was Teespring. When Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. first came out, they had, if you got a code, you got to get a free Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. card that you could have your own picture put on there, and they just send it to you as a cheap little card. So I do have somewhere my very own field agent shield card. But I'm not going to tell you my agent name or number because I'd have to kill you.
Okay. What else do we have here, guys? Did I miss any questions?
Did we watch the ABC remake of Dirty Dancing last night? No.
Did it come out?
No, didn't watch it. But we think we should try to find a way to watch it all together. Do that.
Yeah.
Shades,
I did watch the new Jungle Book movie because last night Monkey said it was good.
Oh, the good
yeah.
CGI, right? Yeah.
And it was good.
The CGI in that is fucking amazing.
It is. The nose of the bear when he like wakes up and he's like sniffing him.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Yeah, but most of the sets you see in that movie are completely CGI.
The sets themselves don't look CGI at all.
Thank you, Zenith. So Scribe is a 7-year-old Marvel fan. Interesting. Yeah, I am. I make no bones about the fact that I'm a big Marvel nerd. It's fine. I even have my I still have it's actually in my wallet. Way back in the 90s, the Marvel fan club was called Wham! Wild Agents of Marvel, and I still have my membership card with Wolverine on it in my wallet. So there.
Why does SDA remind me of my 3-year-old? Ouch.
Ouch. Can you be more specific without being mean?
Tell us why. Like something aside from like your kid poops his pants or something.
Have you seen Angry MGTOW's new video directed at kids?
No.
No, but I bet it's gayer than queer kid stuff.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, there's a good question. Did you watch Andy Worski's stream with Joy Sparkles BS? Going back to our YouTube segment, I did watch it, and I am making a video kind of based on it. I don't want to give away more, but Bearing joins about halfway through, and it's a really good stream.
The voice. I sound like a 3-year-old.
I don't think so, but maybe her 3-year-old sounds like you.
That would be kind of crazy. Those are some vocal cords on a 3-year-old.
Wizard of Cause is here. Hey, Wiz. Says, I wonder if my queer kid stuff comments are still up. Sure. For you guys,
whoa.
Muted myself right as I started talking.
I was like, bye, Monkey.
Bye, Monkey. I was like, what the fuck just happened there?
If you guys don't know Wizard of Cause, check out his channel. Also on Sunday nights after our stream, check out YouTube Saints. He does a show with Jeff Holiday, and it's fucking awesome.
After our stream, damn it.
After our stream, they run it at 10:30. So you missed the
when
first.
It starts.
I like the show. I'm promoting good content. I'm sorry.
It starts at 11.
Let's see. Politically Incorrect Grandpa says, I still have my Mighty Marvel Marching Band membership. I remember those ads from some of the old comic book issues I have. So that's you're a better man than I, Gunga Din, that you got that one.
What else do we have here?
I don't know.
Shives is having a meltdown.
What else is new?
Guys, if you want to ask questions, now's the time.
The time has come.
No. You know, that is one of the songs I hate, but I sing it every time I hear it.
Yeah. Isn't that Midnight Oil?
Yes.
Yeah. How can we sleep while the beds are burning too? Yeah. They played that way too much on the radio when I was younger.
Oh, they really did. And then they started playing it at our school dances, and you can't dance to that. Watch the video. That guy can't even dance to that.
No, it's not a dancing song. What the fuck? I only know it because of repetition, not because I particularly like it. So I don't see any question marks.
Me neither.
We got Monkey and SDA. Should sing
Lady
for
Monkey
us.
says we should sing. Somebody else asks if I can sing. Of course, everybody can sing. This is actually a good point I want to bring up. I'm a huge fan of Robert Fulghum. He's the guy who wrote Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. It was a really huge book when it came out back in the 80s. He's a pastor who started writing little letters to his congregation, and one of them was a book agent, or I don't know if they were a book agent or they did something in publishing, and told him, you should put these all together and make a book. He did. It's Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten, and it's an excellent fucking book even to this day. But he also released a few other books. One is called It Was on Fire When I Lay Down on It, and another one called Uh-Oh. And I don't remember which one it's in, but he's talking about how he would go to the difference between talking to children and talking to adults. And he said one of the things he always does when he talks to children is ask them, who here can sing? And every kid raises their hand. And he goes, and then you talk to adults, college students, actual grown people out in the world. And he asks them the same thing. How many of you can sing? And like one or two people will put their hand up. Everybody can sing as long as you can make sound with your throat. Not everybody can sing well. I fall in that latter half, but I can sing my ass off. You might not want to hear it, but I can sing.
Me too.
I can sing well.
I can sing.
It's just one of those things that it's like life beats that out of you. Because when you're a kid, yeah, I can sing. Everybody can sing. And then as we get older, people start getting self-conscious, and who gives a fuck? Just sing if you like to sing. I sang karaoke with my therapist. I want to ask more questions.
Monkey,
Why?
did you click on the Wizard of Cause tweets that he sent us?
I have not yet.
You should. Because they're the comments that he put on Queer Kids stuff.
Oh, I did read that earlier. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Read some of them. Because I don't...
They're so long.
I know. That's why I asked you to do it.
Well, we only have like 9 minutes left.
Okay.
We need to start thinking about last call. We can read them tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that tomorrow.
Or if you want, if Scribe doesn't want that on his stream, we can do it on mine the day after. Well, I don't want to say we'll do something on your part of the stream. I only take over SDAs.
Oh, really?
She lets me.
Oh,
well, okay. When I do it to you, I feel bad and I try to catch myself.
Oh, okay. So you have a conscience for me, just not for her.
Yes.
Well,
I feel honored. I feel honored. Who is your favorite skeptic? Christopher Hitchens.
Ranting Monkey.
Oh, well, geez. High opinion of yourself.
Bay.
I love
myself. God.
Did you just God me?
I did.
How dare you?
I did, you scissor sisters.
Ranting Monkey's wife wants to know our celebrity lookalikes.
I don't know.
I was told once that I looked like a combination of David Duchovny and Richard Gere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is several years ago, but my facial structure hasn't exactly changed that much. So that's what I was told at one time.
And who else?
Richard Gere.
Okay. What? Googling.
I look like Clyde from Every Which Way But Loose.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
You look like what?
Clyde from Every Which Way But Loose. That's probably way too old.
Way before her time. She doesn't know what the hell we're talking about.
You can look it up. Clyde.
Oh, you're a monkey. Got it.
Yeah, the monkey.
Shut up, Scribe.
The monkey.
We are winding down here, folks. Don't forget, if you want to send us news links, it's in the chat there. It's hashtag MSS News. We've been getting so many. I can't thank you guys enough for participating in that, because sometimes we just don't have the ability to go looking for stuff. Not the time. Any good TV series you would strongly recommend?
The Shield.
Children. Yeah, Scribe said Shield if you didn't hear me talk over him there. He loves the Shield.
Not Agents of Shield. The Shield, which is a cop show. Look it up. It's Michael Chiklis. It's amazing.
You can buy the whole series at Walmart for like $35.
Oh God, I bought every season as they came out every year, and it was like $30 a pop. And I have all the seasons in their individual boxes and everything on my shelf. And I really should do I really need to do a marathon at some point. I haven't done that in a couple of years because that show's so good.
I've pretty much been told that I look like every celebrity that also has really big brown eyes and dark hair.
So Black Beauty?
What?
Huh?
Big brown eyes and dark hair. Well, it's a celebrity. I don't know. Secretariat.
Uh-huh.
See, I can't say your name. Beneficus.
Beneficus Ignis.
Beneficus. I'm just calling you V from now on. V says, I love the Christmas special episode with the angel. I quote him so often in December. Yeah, that was Sam Kinison who played him.
Yes.
And it's such a great, it's actually one of the, somebody once joked about that, about how they wished they remade A Wonderful Life. And I wish I could remember the Canadian.
It's your wife.
The comedian.
Yes.
And he said they just wanted to see the end different, where the angel had to apologize for stopping him.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that was a good episode. Man, Sam Kinison, what a loss.
Yeah.
What a loss. Really interesting guy.
But not completely unexpected with the way he lived his life.
No, given he definitely was inviting something awful to happen given how he was treating himself.
Well, if you watched his one stand-up special, I can't remember the name of it. I know it's on Netflix right now, but he tells the story about when he fucking wrecked his Corvette. He got really wasted and really tired and was driving across, I think it's Nevada, and fucking just wrecked it in the middle of nowhere. And he's lucky he didn't die then.
Yeah. Favorite reviewer. Red Letter Media. Everybody at Red Letter Media, that just about everything those guys do is absolutely gut-busting hilarious. So
I like Jeremy Johns.
SDA, somebody asked you your favorite underrated author.
I don't know.
You say yourself.
Oh, myself.
There you go. Good girl.
Thanks.
You'll get a nice spanking soon.
Okay.
Somebody said nostalgia critic. Yeah, I can see that.
Old school nostalgia critic.
Yeah.
Lately's not so much. That's just me.
Oh, somebody wants to know if we're going to VidCon. I will not be.
No, I don't think I qualify as going to VidCon for being. Maybe if like our little podcast-ish thing here takes off as a team. Yeah, maybe next year.
But if you guys are going to VidCon, Undoomed is going to be there.
Oh.
But do we know what he looks like?
Yeah.
No. So you'll have to identify him by his voice.
Wow. I thought he was really cagey about showing himself because of his day job.
I'm sure he is. But if he can get away with not being exposed, I mean, just look for the silent guy, guys.
Or he just walks around dressed up as the Slender Man the whole time and doesn't actually reveal himself.
I think it would be so cool to go there doing his voice.
Yeah.
Just convince everybody I'm undoomed.
Yeah.
Can you do his voice?
I don't know. I've never heard myself doing it.
You should try it sometime.
Try it.
Yeah. Not tonight.
Aw, why not?
I'll do it for money on one of my streams.
Do it for money.
I'll do it for money.
Yeah, $20 and I'll do my
Lois
impression.
Griffin voice for Jinx the other day, and he just started barking at me. It was funny.
How's your leg doing from where you fell?
It still kind of hurts, but it's okay.
Okay.
It's just really brightly colored now.
Yeah, I don't know if I would even want to go to VidCon. Other than to meet other creators that I like, I don't.
Yeah, what do you do there? You just go to panels and just like talk about making videos? That's got
Kind of.
Honestly, that'd probably be the most boring conversation. Like, so what do you do to make a video? I take a video and chop it up and record audio and put it together at the end.
I think some people I've made fun of. I think that could be fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd have to go to like a TEDx conference to do that.
Yeah.
What scribe
You should catch it.
do to you? What does that mean?
What?
Emperor Vulcan said, "What scribe do to you?" I don't know what that
I don't
means.
know.
It's,
What did Scribe do? I don't know what we're talking about.
wonder if it's something else going on in the chat.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we're coming to the end of this. SDA, you ready for me to wrap it up, or did you have anything else you wanted to share?
No, I'm good.
We're going to be on my channel tomorrow night.
Yep.
So my channel tomorrow night,
Scribe's channel.
9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Send your stories to #MSS News. And I think that's all the programming note type stuff.
Yep.
I think. Okay.
Don't forget to check out Scribe's latest video, my latest video, and look for the new ones coming out. STA will come
Oh,
out for
wait,
lazy ass sometime and make something.
Wait, what?
Hey,
What?
you stop it. Emperor Vulcan said in relation to my leg, he thinks that Scribe did it. No, Scribe
Oh,
no.
unfortunately didn't do that. It was a rock. A rock bit me. Anyway.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson bitter.
That's right. It's as good a place as any to stop.
Okay.
Chad, thank you so much for joining you. Fuck me.
Chad, thank you for joining you.
I quit.
Okay. Chat, thanks so much for coming out tonight. SDA, Renting Monkey, as always, it's been a pleasure. And my life makes me happy. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.